Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? So I don't know if anyone is aware, or some of you might be aware, that I've been posting videos recently talking about Buddhism, and this is an area that I've been researching because I'm considering becoming a Buddhist. This is the book that I've been I've had this book for years, but recently I've sort of been looking at it more. It's called Introduction to Buddhism, and there's an area in here which is about karma. And what's interesting is it's almost like there's synchronicity, because lots of my clients are talking about, wanting to control their emotions, wanting to get revenge on people, feeling really, really angry towards people, and reacting. And all this stuff that I'm doing recently, I've been kind of referring them to some of this stuff, because the idea of karma really just means that whether an action is good, bad, or neutral, it depends upon the intention that motivates it. So this book says that good actions come from good intentions, bad actions come from bad intentions, and neutral actions from neutral intentions. So every action we perform leaves an imprint on our mind, and every imprint eventually gives rise to its own effect. So there's more to it, but really when I'm thinking about karma and how I interpret it is that you don't need to take revenge on people. You don't need to react, and you don't need to be judge and jury. You don't need to be like a vigilante type person. If you believe in the power of karma, if you believe in the idea of karma, you recognize that when someone does something bad, karma is going to come to them, because everything happens in its own time. It might not come straight away, it might not happen straight away, but if you believe in that, what that means is that you're only taking responsibility for your own actions, your own intentions. Because if you're walking around being an angry person, just being horrible towards people, just being, even if you don't take action in that way, even if you're thinking horrible thoughts towards people, even if you're behaving in a way that is not very loving, not very kind towards human beings, karma could come in a different way. Maybe you will receive the same treatment and you'll see what it feels like, and you'll think to yourself, oh, now I'm starting to realize how that must have felt when I was bullying someone else. Now that I'm being bullied, that could be your karma. So all it means really is to try to think about every action, every interaction you have with another human being, or they also talk about in Buddhism, even with animals, even with anything that's living and breathing. You have to think about your interactions towards that thing. When you do horrible things towards that, whether it's killing they don't believe in like killing animals, or even insects, when you are just thinking negative thoughts, when you are behaving in a negative way, then there's some level of karma that will come back to you in some way. And I do believe in it. I think some of these things that when I'm thinking about Buddhism are things that I've always, throughout my life, sort of reflected on anyway. I've always been quite spiritual. I've always thought about this idea of having a peaceful mind, of not allowing external factors to cause stress, of being kind to people. It's always been there, but I think now that I'm looking into it more, it's kind of opening my eyes to it in a different way. So what do you guys think about this idea of karma? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be doing a few more videos looking at different aspects of Buddhism as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.